Yes, I agree that Ethiopia is not safe, but it is not as bad as you may have thought. And in this video, we are going to be addressing the safety here in Ethiopia. 1, in terms of COVID, 2, in terms of war, and 3, in terms of solo traveling location. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, my name is damarisnjengayt, and today my main goal is to confirm to you if Ethiopia is safe or not safe. So let's do this. So many things can be said in terms of safety in Africa, but Ethiopia is one of the safe places that anyone can decide to visit despite the continuing news. When I decided to come to Ethiopia, I got so many people telling me, like the people I shared with, that I am coming to Ethiopia. I got so many comments of, are you sure you should go there right now? Is it safe? Have you checked out? And I greatly understand where their concern is coming from, and it's actually a concern I also had before I came here. As you may know or may not know, Ethiopia had a war. Okay, maybe when we say Ethiopia, like Ethiopia is a big country, actually the second largest African country. So around Tigray, the northern side of Ethiopia, there was some sort of conflict. It's called the Tigray conflict, which maybe you have heard about. And of course, if anything like minor conflicts happen, it is associated with the whole country. So as I was doing my research of coming to Ethiopia, I also came to learn about that. And basically, I also got to see that Addis Ababa and any other place in Ethiopia was very safe, and there was no conflict, there was no war, there was no fighting. And I thought it's perfect for me to come and visit the country. Quick short story. So after I did my research and I found like, oh my god, yes, I can travel to Ethiopia, I was like, okay, fine. So we're going to make sure we don't go to the northern side and just come to Addis Ababa. And then I found my host. After finding my host, my first reaction was like, in his profile picture he had said, pray for Ethiopia, and it got me so scared. Like, if that is your welcome note for me to come to Ethiopia, am I sure it's the best decision I am making? And of course, I'm not trying to be arrogant or ignorant in terms of the safety of places, but also I'm always like, if people can survive there, yes, then we can survive. And also the thought that whatever the media portrays, especially to the Western life, it's not as bad as they put it to be. So I asked my host, and he was like, no, there's no problem, everything is okay, you can proceed and come and explore Ethiopia. And that is exactly what I did. I'm here in Ethiopia, and I can give you a report of my own whole concept about this place and in terms of safety. So when you're talking about safety, actually there are 3 ways for us to consider safety. We can talk about war and conflict and things to do with political conflict. Secondly, we can also talk about COVID. Is it safe in terms of the COVID numbers and all that? Third, we can talk about safety in terms of a solo traveler, especially a female solo traveler, and in terms of theft, people stealing your things, being robbed, and such situations. So I think the best way for us to explore all of this situation is to take a walk and explore Ethiopia as we talk about all this discussion. So as you can see, I am taking a walk in this estate that is so calm. Everyone is just minding their business. Everyone is just living life. It is so cool. It's so calm, the whole area. So when people talk about war and if Ethiopia is safe, you just know that yes, Ethiopia is safe. And also when I meet like people, they are so happy that I am from Kenya and I am safe. So I'd also say in terms of being a tourist here in Kenya, barely are you going to face any form of trouble and any form of issues. So yeah. Nairobi. Yeah.
Middle.
Yeah, the capital city. In my short walk, I met these good people who offered to take me to a place I could enjoy a cup of coffee and enjoy their company. When you're talking about safety, I'd say we are safe, but the problem is we can't speak English. If that was possible, it would be fine. So with the little Amharic and the little English, I've met good friends who offered me to drink coffee, and I thought that was good. So I'm here for another coffee. I'm Damaris. Damaris. But I have an Ethiopian name. Someone has called me Desta. Desta. Addis Ababa?
No.
Okay. So here it's safe?
Addis Ababa is always safe.
Always?
Yes.
Okay. As I was enjoying the cup of coffee, I also got to learn that the war has ultimately come to an end. It had started in November 2020, and now the government has declared the stop or the end of that conflict. And actually the locals too are not so much informed about the conflict. So to a point, one says it's in the east and not the north. So you say I give you my number?
Yeah.
Okay. But you were telling me what side of here is not safe?
Yeah, around the east side.
The east side?
The east side. At the border.
What's happening?
The two parties in Ethiopia have difference.
So they are fighting?
They are fighting. But
so I should not go on that side?
Yeah, should not.
Okay.
If you want to go west, like Awasa.
What about north?
It's the same. It's safe there.
Safe there?
East is the war is happening on the east.
On the east. Okay. Fine, let me take your number. Coffee, how much? 5. For anyone who is not understanding what the conflict is about, it's between the federal government of a very large and sophisticated country against a local government of its own. And you can actually get more details if you're interested about it. But I would say Addis Ababa is generally very, very safe and no signs of conflict, no worry. Everyone is just living their life in a normal way and just having a good time. I have just been walking for hours and hours and hours, and I think now I am lost. The sweetness of the adventure, I think, is also getting lost at some point, but we shall finally figure out our way. So I think when it comes to solo traveling, one of the most important things that I have come to learn is trusting your gut. As I've told you, I am lost, but I have taken a diversion. I hope it's going to lead me to my place where I stay. And yeah, and I hope we won't get lost. Anytime I get lost and then I figure out my way without having to ask anybody are the most fulfilling times in my solo travel and adventures, especially because I have issues with knowing where is the south, the down, the up, where I came from. Yeah, and I think I found my way back home. I'm so happy, relieved. Now that we are back home, I think it's important for us to also address the concept of safety in relation to COVID, because of course you know by now that we are still in the pandemic. If you're watching this right now, as in the period of the upload, we are still in the pandemic, and so it's important for me to continue taking care in terms of traveling during COVID. So I'd say Ethiopia, at least I was able to travel to Ethiopia, so that means it is open for transport and for people to be able to come and explore the country for important things only. Okay, right now, I think the rule for travel is travel at your own risk, make your own choice and your own decision to travel. But yeah, Ethiopia is open for international travels, and all you need is a COVID test. So before I landed, a COVID test that was done before 5 days, or they've written 72 hours, but in the air, when I called the airlines, they told me 5 days. So I had a COVID test and it was negative. It has to be negative, of course. After the COVID test, you have qualified that, you get into the country. There is nothing like quarantine, there is no self-isolation and all those things, so you're good to continue doing your business that had brought you to the country. So I'd say cases of COVID here, like the number of deaths that have been reported since COVID was announced to be a pandemic, is like 1,700 deaths. which I think is less compared to other countries. People are putting on their masks. There are no like restrictions, like curfews and all such things. Yeah, but people are taking care. Social distance is not that serious, but people are also keeping a distance as they continue living and interacting with other people. So as I continue exploring, I'm going to make sure I put on my mask and I try to just go to places that I think are safe and continue sanitizing, which you too should continue doing in your country. So I hope this video has given you some sort of calmness for people who care about me and myself, my safety, and also has made you be more confident in terms of the safety situation here in Ethiopia. If you're planning to visit Ethiopia, please do. It's not as bad as the media could be telling us Ethiopia is. So come explore Ethiopia, and I'm sure you're going to have a good time as I am. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you got to this part of the video, so much love. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate. I will see you tomorrow in my next video as we continue exploring Ethiopia. Bye. And of course, remember, we have more videos here as we continue uploading videos every day. See you tomorrow.